we're going to talk about the most common mistakes that students make in college application essays. We start with 5. I will link this. I'm actually going to go through more than 5 with you. So beginning and ending with rough draft. We don't need to beat a dead horse here. Okay. We've talked about that for weeks now. Preoccupation with mechanics. Same thing. I want you to answer the question. I don't want you to be so preoccupied with mechanics that you forget to answer the question. Remember to answer the question that the prompt is asking. Please don't tell me about your passion. I don't want you to tell me about it. I want you to show me what that led you to do. What does show me, don't tell me mean? I know you've heard your high school teachers say this, but do you know what it means? So don't tell me the moon is shining. Show me the glint of light on broken glass. The glint of light on broken glass is what's going to come out in your free writing. But we can't find this to illustrate your essay unless you're doing the free writing. So the free writing is just so important, and it's where you're going to spend 50% of your time if you're going to be successful in this work. Don't tell me you have a passion. Show me what that passion led me to do. And while I'm at it, the word passion is so overused in the college application process. Please don't use it. Take it out. Find another word to describe your initiative, your zeal, your interest, your enthusiasm. There's all kinds of words out there that you could be using instead of passion. Stop using the word passion. All of your competition is using it. I want you to be different. I want you to be jumping off the page. Don't use the word passion. Do not tell someone else's story. A lot of times students will write an essay about a family member who had a diagnosis, and the essay turns into the family member in the diagnosis. And I'm sure that family member is totally worthy of all these great things. Sometimes it's a coach. Coach Lou was fabulous. We all loved him. But we don't want admissions officers to start bonding with Coach Lou instead of with you. So you can't tell somebody else's story. If you have to introduce somebody else's story in order to tell yours, that's fine. But it can only be just that. You can't tell the wrong story. If the story you're telling falls under any of these situations, I'm going to talk to you about it. If you're resistant to me talking to you about it, I'm going to get your parents involved. I might even get your high school counselor involved, because these are red flags. You don't need to be writing a college application essay on why a certain political candidate is good for this country. You don't know who your reader is. You don't know what their filters are. You don't want to alienate or upset or anger that reader. These are the things that we are going to stay away from. Your Common App essay is not a place for you to list all the great and wonderful things about you. This is not your autobiography. I want you to think of your Common App essay as just a sliver of time in your life. It's just a small sliver. It is not your entire resume, your entire autobiography. Overworking, I've never seen it done successfully. Maya Angelou has a great quote about this. I will not write it into the ground. I will not write the life out of it. You can write the life out of your essay. You can. And I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not going to let you write out all of the great flavor about who a 17-year-old you is. And I'm also not going to let your parents or your aunts or your friends or anybody else come in and do that to your essay either. Let's talk about sarcasm. A lot of students are really attached to their sarcasm. They love it. This is why sarcasm is bad. Sarcasm is typically used to mock, show irritation, or deliver an unkind joke. First of all, do you want admissions officers to think of you as a person who's going to mock somebody else or show irritation or deliver an unkind joke? Is this the person you want to be? Sarcasm is a low-level form of anger. It's a form of verbal irony that usually carries a sharp or bitter undertone. Do you want admissions officers to see you as somebody who carries a sharp or bitter undertone? Because I don't. I don't want them to see that in you. But here's the other thing. Sarcasm only works if you have mastered irony. And this is where it all falls apart for most 17-year-olds, because irony is really tricky. And if you haven't mastered irony, you have no business using sarcasm. You certainly have no business using sarcasm anywhere in your college applications. Witty people are funny, sarcastic people are mean. Think about that. Think about that the next time you're tempted to make a sarcastic joke in front of one of your friends, and think to yourself, am I being witty? Am I funny? Or am I using sarcasm and I'm being caustic and mean? Think about it. Look at that. We're already through 8.